Jessica Jones is streaming now on Netflix, and I'm sure many of you have binge-watched the whole show. I'm actually only 2 episodes deep, but we do have a binger here.
I did binge it.
Jason Inman.
I binged through all of it, yes.
And you've read Alias.
I've read Alias and The Pulse, her sequel series.
Nice.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you know everything that's going on.
I know as much as you can about Jessica Jones, yes.
All right. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I like it better than Daredevil. You seem to be more on
I'm more of a Daredevil. I thought Daredevil was better.
All right. Well,
it's still a great show.
Opinions differ.
Yeah.
It is not wildly. It's somewhat different from the source material. Actually, for a while, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, was supposed to be part of the series, but showrunner, writer Melissa Rosenberg explained the choice to remove her, which was back when it was at ABC Network. I did use Carol Danvers, but between then and when it ended up on Netflix, the MCU shifted, and it always shifted away from the universe in the comic book. So that's kind of, it makes sense though. I mean, because wouldn't Captain Marvel be more appropriate in the cinematic universe? I mean, I know it's all the same universe, but more in the cinematic world, because it seems to be more or less, grittier, less.
Yeah, but I sort of disagree with you because
capes.
I think in the comics, Carol Danvers is Jessica Jones' best friend. Like they're very close, they're very tied in. They've already announced we're going to have a Captain Marvel movie, but the actress who plays Trish, what is her name again? I'm sorry, I forgot it.
Rachel Taylor.
Rachel Taylor does an amazing job as Trish Walker. Like, fantastic. And you know what? She looks like Carol Danvers.
She does.
She does a fantastic job. I would have been totally fine with them making her Captain Marvel. I think she could have pulled it off. And also, how awesome would it have been to get us all excited for that Captain Marvel movie, which we quite don't know what it's going to be or how they're going to pull it off, if we met this character and fell in love with this character
early on
in Jessica Jones. Because I'm in love with Trish, and I want them to do a series based around her now.
A Hellcat series?
A Hellcat series.
I don't know if they would ever give her own movie, though.
They probably wouldn't.
Because she's not, I mean, like,
No.
Jessica Jones is a relatively, largely unknown character
True.
to almost anyone who hasn't read her series. Same goes with Hellcat, but even more so.
But same goes with the Inhumans, which they are making a movie of. I could walk out on the street, and I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people would have no idea what the Inhumans are.
So, okay, all right, pretty solid argument.
Yeah.
Though I do think she does do a good job from what I've seen so far.
Oh, she's amazing. She's great.
And it is interesting to see, kind of like a C-list character elevated that high. But I can understand why they wouldn't put Captain Marvel in this.
Yes, and I also know, too, that part of this was because originally Jessica Jones was going to be on ABC. And that would have been a mistake.
No.
You think it would have been right?
No, I'm agreeing with
Oh,
you.
okay.
Because, I mean, I don't mean to badmouth Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Jessica Jones is a much braver, much more, compelling show.
It's more adult subject matter, too.
Yes.
Way more adult. And if you take away the adultness of it, it loses its teeth. It loses its edge.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and that show needs that to be unique and to tell a compelling story.
How different is she from her Alias counterpart? Because
she's right on.
She is?
She is so close to it. I mean, obviously, Jessica in the comics is a brunette, and doesn't look like Krysten Ritter, of course. I mean, who would? But like in terms of attitude and dialogue, looks the same. Fun fact: the apartment that they use in Jessica Jones is literally ripped out of Alias, including like the floor design. It looks exactly the same.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's very well done.
It seems like she and Luke Cage have a different dynamic than they did more established or in popular comics, though.
But in the Alias comic series, it's kind of the same. Like, they've changed some things. You have to adapt everything. It's fine. I actually am fine with the changes they've made, and I actually kind of like some of the changes they made better. I mean, like, one of the biggest changes is David Tennant's character, the Purple Man, in the comic books, actually has purple skin.
No, this is better.
Yeah, this is he just wears purple suits. And the Purple Man is never mentioned. He's only called Kilgrave.
Remember Apocalypse? This was the right move. This was definitely the right move.
But the Luke Cage is pretty close. It's very close. They've changed a couple things.
Aren't they already kind of an established, at least sleeping around at the beginning, and here they've just met each other.
Well, in the beginning of Alias, they've just encountered each other. Like, they've kind of known about each other, but they just encountered each other. And then they eventually, I mean, spoilers for the Alias series that came out 15 years ago, they got married.
And they had a baby.
And they have a baby. They have a baby. So it's very cool. I will say, too, one of the best things about Jessica Jones, the TV show, is their Luke Cage is so well cast. I'm so excited for that Luke Cage show.
Yeah, and it makes sense for them not to, like, make their relationship solid now, because we need to establish who Luke is on his own first, and then, you know, maybe they'll play a little will they, won't they for a while.
And no spoilers, there are some setups and some changes for Luke in this season of Jessica Jones.
Ooh, I'll have to keep my eyes out for that. So I've really enjoyed what I've seen so far again. Still got 10 hours of programming to go.
It's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot. I mean, people say, like, did you finish it yet? Why not? You must watch all 12 hours of programming right now. But I'm trying to enjoy it, so I will ease my way in, and it'll be good.
But it is good because it's a different way to look at a character in the Marvel Universe, because the movies, as much as I love Captain America First Avenger and Captain America Winter Soldier, we only got 4 hours with that guy. 4 hours. I mean, you count the Avenger movies, of course, but they're short little windows of time. Jessica Jones, Daredevil, 13 hours with this character. We get to see this character grow over 13 hours. That's several movies. I'm not good with math.
I also want to add that I like Trish a lot more than Foggy. Anyway.
I agree. I'll agree with you. I do love Foggy, though. I agree. I agree.
I'm sick of Foggy.
But
yeah, but it's interesting to watch this unfold. Jason, you know a lot about the comic backstory, but you're also working with comics now. You're producing an interesting project.
Yes, starting December 1st, I am doing a project called Comics for Veterans, where I am trying to get 10,000 comics donated to send to troops overseas in combat zones and in bases and stuff like that. Because I was a veteran myself, I served, and I got a care package with all kinds of goodies, and it had a comic in it. And I love comic books. And so I'm trying by January 1st to send 10,000 comic books to troops overseas. DC Comics already donated 2,800.
What?
Yeah, so we're already we're 1/20th of the way there. Not good with math. But by January 1st, all the details are going to be on my Twitter at Jawiin, Jawiin. And there'll be a video. I'm trying to get a lot of articles. I'm going to try to go to some of the other comic book companies, but we want to hit 10,000 comic books by January 1st, so all these troops can have something awesome to read in the new year. All
right, that sounds great. Please follow Jason for more information about that as we get closer to it. You can have these. There's only 7, though.
There you go.
So
it's 7 closer to the goal.
Yeah, we can do it. So please follow Jason for more on that. And please tell us more about Jessica Jones and your thoughts on that below in the comment section of this video. Please like and subscribe for more.